Felicia's just a little tired, but always so cool to see the respect that all these swimmers have for each other, knowing just how much time and energy is put into coming out here to compete.
Well, that's how you know you did it right, too, Rob, when you climb out of the pool and you just don't think you can move another muscle.
Yes, the exertion level for this sport is very high, and until you decide to hop into a pool, which has the pressure of many, many atmospheres and the resistance of such.
Now, Rob, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to cut you short, but we need to let the people listen to this one.
I agree. Well, I'm glad we heard the Bills shout song tonight.
AA.
The Bills are making it happen now, and I do believe that our lead swimmer, Julie Filipski from Nazareth, with a seat time of 2:29, is going to make it happen now.
A fitting song choice.
Julie Filipski, our number 1 seed for the women's 200 breaststroke. She is flanked by Hartwick and Penn State Barron's Barbie Cesar with a 2:30.5. Is about a second and a half slower in her seed time than Julie. Don't discount the quality breaststroke program from Hartwick, though. Paige Eaton placed 3rd out there in lane 4, seed time of 2:32. She's got a little height on Julie.
Oh, one of your old rivals was a Hartwick breaststroker.
That's right. Yuri Cherniak, mentioned his name yesterday. Fun guy to swim against. Always very focused. It was definitely the superior 200 breaststroke to me. I was lucky enough to edge him out at the end of my senior season in the 200 IM and the 100 breast. But it's funny how names like that keep cycling back in your memory as you sit here, and at least for us, Alex, letting nostalgia pour over us as we watch our younger compatriots from this sport compete against each other.
Oh yes, reliving every moment as we watch these young athletes have their time in the sun.
And even though there is no sun, we'd be doing them a disservice if we didn't mention their names. So I will tell you who's swimming right now. Grace Fry from Altoona is in lane 1. Jacques Drown from Hartwick is in lane 2. Representing Nazareth is senior Molly Shemek. In lane 4 is Paige Eaton from Hartwick. Also from Nazareth is Julie Filipski. In lane 6, Barbie Cesar from Beirund. Also from Nazareth is Ashley Parsons in lane 7. In lane 8, Michaela Snazik from Alfred State. In lane 9, Mia Spencer from Alfred U. And in lane 10 from Altoona is Haley Toth.
And here we come up to the halfway point. Julie Filipski in lane 5 with a slight edge on the competition, but once again a very, very narrow race.
And don't discredit one of the most competitive swimmers I've ever met out in lane 3, Molly Shemek. Probably one of the most standout final swimmers I've ever seen race, at least at Nazareth.
Well, and you see her right there hanging on to that 3rd place spot with just under 75 yards to go.
Julie Filipski has a beautiful kick right now, getting her ankles really wide, using that power from her upper legs to maintain the lead with a nice solid pace, distance per stroke.
And here we come heading into the last 25.
As I mentioned, Hartwick, represented by Paige Eaton there in lane 4, is going to give Julie Run for our money down the stretch here. We'll see if Julie can hang on.
Oh, she had an excellent pullout, Rob.
Yes, she did.
And here they come. And with a reach into the wall is Julie Filipski.
2:27.06. And even with that nice breakout by Paige Eaton from Hartwick, Julie's able to finish strong to be your Allegheny Empire champion and Empire 8 champion. Hartwick will place second. Barbie Cesar will hold strong and come back to finish third over Nazareth's Molly Shemek, who will finish fourth, which means Barbie Cesar will be your Allegheny Mountain champion, finishing third overall. John Natty, one of my favorite officials who I'm lucky enough to work with in my modified program. He's one of those guys that's been around the sport twice as long as I've been alive. Quite the character. He's urging the swimmers to step out of the water. I think John's had a long meet and might be anxious to get home here, but it is just 7 o'clock. And I know how much John and these other officials love this sport. They wouldn't be here for 4 days in a row if they didn't. And we are transitioning over to the finalists podium, which once again Kelly has done us the kindness of focusing in on. 200 breaststrokers for the women are joining up behind the timing table. Sporting a total of 3 swimmers, one of them being Julie. Looks like the Alfred coach will be handing out the awards tonight for the 200 breaststroke. Nazareth crowd, I would venture to say very much in the majority tonight here in the stands, is ecstatic once again with another strong performance by one of their swimmers, winning the 200 breast, Julie Filipski. And we'll pan back over for you, moving into...
And there you have it.
Special thanks to Kelly, our tech specialist.
Can just feel the excitement in this building right now. There's nothing quite like the very last relay of a conference championship meet.
Well, I know we're supposed to be impartial, Alex, but I'm just so excited to see Taylor Roby, one of the swimmers that I was lucky enough to recruit in my younger years at Nazareth, to see how far she's come. She's going to lead off this relay for Nazareth. We'll announce all the teams in just a moment. But it's something special you don't get to see a national swimmer swim every day, and you get to see her do it twice tonight.
Who are we kidding, Rob? We're not very impartial, are we? But we do our best.
We're volunteers. As my dad would say, if you have any compliments, just write a letter to your congressman. In lane 1, we have Wells College. That's Haley Onofre, Alexis Huff, Nicole DeRuzio, and Rowan Mayette. In lane 2 is Utica College, Madison West, Sarah Koiken, Amelia Leibel, and Katie Delgado. In lane 3 is the team from Alfred State. In lane 4, Hartwick. In lane 5 is Nazareth. The A relay order consists of Taylor Roby, Julie Filipski, Abby Santos, and senior Paige Pascarella. In lane 6 from Penn State Altoona, Avery Heisey, Grace D'Angelo, Sarah Petrie, and Madison Coleman. In lane 7, Penn State Barons team. In lane 8 is Alfred Yu. And in lane 9, representing UPB, is Eve Brink, Addie, Katie Anderton, Macy Peterson, and Bailey Fedak.
We had someone text in, Rob, said shout out to all the fans in here, not just for sticking it out in this hot pool, but for wearing their masks over both their nose and their mouth for hours on end. And there's a lot to be said for that. We have so many great fans in here, family members, friends, alumni, and we thank everyone for coming out and helping make this such an incredible experience for everyone involved.
Yeah, I'll definitely say, with all the controversy and trouble that COVID has caused all of us, it's especially nice to sit in a crowded environment with a bunch of people that are showing great respect for the crisis that we are all still dealing with, wearing their masks appropriately and cheering on their swimmers at the same time, showing that even though it can be unpleasant, it can be done, and we can still have a blast doing it.
Now here we are, Nazareth led off with Taylor Roby. And we knew she would get a pretty strong lead for her team here, but it seems as though every other subsequent swimmer on that relay has only added to the lead. And we are looking at nearly a half a pool length lead on lane 4, Hartwick College.
Abby Santos currently in the water for Nazareth, finishing her 4th leg of her 100. And next up for Nazareth A will be Paige Pascarella. 4th leg swimmers about to dive in from all the colleges currently swimming. Rowan Mayette in lane 1 from Wells. Katie Delgado and Utica is the anchor. Paige Pascarella from Nazareth is your anchor. From Penn State Altoona, Madison Coleman, and UPB, Bailey Fedak. Kudos to all the other anchors who are not listed on our psych sheet. May the best woman win.
Oh, it's a tough spot to be in, Rob. You get the weight of the entire relay rests on your shoulders. The success and the failures are extremely heavily weighted on this anchor leg.
And here goes Nazareth churning home. And we're just going to step aside and relish in the noise of this environment right now. Just like that, it is 20 minutes to 9 on this balmy Saturday evening here in Webster, New York.
So our last swimmers swim into the wall here. We will finally conclude the 2022 Allegheny Empire Swimming Championships. And there you have it.
Special thanks to Kelly, our tech specialist who hired us, and our technology specialist, supporter, and do-it-all talent, Lindsay Rowe, otherwise known around town as Linda.
This show would not run without Linda.
Linda was your primary host. For those of you that have been listening all week, you probably heard her voice more than you heard ours. And we were asked to give her a little bit of a respite. And so we volunteered our time for the last 3 sessions to bring a little bit of a change of pace. We hope you enjoyed listening, and if you didn't, we'll never know. So I guess there's nothing more to say about that. But we do appreciate all of you who are listening, and we're going to finish you out here shortly with the swimmers celebrating, and final team scores will be announced, as well as the 400 free relay will be announced here, the champions for that. We will give you the combined scores between the 2 conferences, as well as the conference titles for both the Allegheny Mountain region and the Empire 8. Alex thanked the fans. I will also thank the timers, the lifeguards, the timetable folks, all the people that volunteered to make this event possible. Nazareth College, lucky enough to host this combined Allegheny Empire championship once again. We'd be remiss if we didn't mention the Nazareth administration and leadership for recognizing the importance to be leaders in the community and go out of their way to purchase the use of this event, this beautiful Webster Schrader Aquatic Center, to give all of these swimmers a state-of-the-art facility to do their best swimming in. So we want to thank Nazareth for hosting it, and for all the colleges for dedicating this time to come together and join in the spirit of friendly competition in the beautiful sport of swimming and diving. Just got a recent text in as we take the podium here. Taylor Roby's by far and away best friend and #1 supporter and longtime roommate, Abby Ellman, is watching. While I don't know a lot of the swimmers that are here, I know that there are a lot of special relationships out there, a lot of friendships, and I'm sure a lot of you can understand and equate how important those friendships are in becoming a better swimmer. Abby Ellman and Taylor Roby, longtime friends and supporters. And while they are certainly 2 very different athletes, they made each other better. And it's important to recognize those kinds of friendships and those types of relationships, as you can hear from the noise in here and observe on those podiums over there, that all these athletes, these young women, these young men, have a lot of supporters, and that's why we do this sport. Certainly wouldn't do it alone, that's for sure.
Oh, you've got that right, Rob.
And just like that, the women's relays will dismount from the podium. And if you'll be patient with us and care to stick around, we will